What's up everyone, it's Jan Boers, new video, and in this video I will be presenting my prediction for Benidorm 2024 winner and all the ladder, from 8th place to 1st place. I did this prediction based on the results, of course, from the semi-final, and also how I think it can be. It's not my top 5, my top 8. I have completely different winners. You can check it in my previous big video about the last semi-final, where at the end I also did my top 5 of all Benidorm Fest 2024 finalists. And in this video it's more about to show you what I think, how it will end up. Of course, I have no clue if I will be right. It will be very funny if I will be wrong completely. Actually, I wouldn't even mind. I don't have any strict favorite, or I'm not fan of either of those artists, or I'm a fan about all of them. So this is more like pragmatical, how I observe, how I see, how it can be. But also what I think it's very important to say, that if you just go through all of it again without this passion, you will find out that Spain this year has many good options to choose from. Of course, on every single one of them you can find something what can be improved. For sure, San Pedro, definitely the staging. Nebulosa, definitely the vocals. Jorge Gonzalez, yes, it's a rip-off of something, so this is this disadvantage, and so on and so on and so on. Everything can be a little bit somewhere improved. It's not perfect, but the quality, come on. Quality, it's amazing. And imagine we are talking about this 3 years ago. What Spain is doing, it's finding its own face. So don't take it passionately, because I think whoever will represent you at some point can do good. Okay. If the vocals of some artists wouldn't be better, it wouldn't be a good result, that's for sure. But this is something which can be a little bit worked on, and you already have stagings, you already have graphics, you already have everything prepared. So the only thing what to focus is this. And marketing, amazing, come on, imagine it 3 years ago or 4 years. Impossible, right? So this is a positive thing. So let's talk about this top 8 actually, top 8 prediction. So I was checking also the results with the demoscopic, with the public voting, and with the jury voting, and this is what I got. On 8th place I put Miss Cafeína, and it's simple. I think maybe would resonate a little bit with juries, but with putting all those other 8, the jury votes will reduce. Also, it wasn't backed by public or even demoscopic. So actually it was one of my very favorite acts in the way how it looked and how good energy came from it. Also the song is very catchy, but it wasn't sung well. So maybe this finals will change it, but this is my prediction based on the semi-final. 7th place, I think it's clear from the results, and if nothing will change, and I think that in Benidorm you cannot change the staging too much, so it would have the same effect as it was, or as it had in the semi-finals, and that's Sofia Cole, here to stay. There is things to improve, to rechange the staging a little bit, to help her sing better, to let the song pop out better. But I think it won't happen, and then all the public, all the juries, and even demoscopic won't back it up, because there are another choices which they will be probably focusing at, and that's fair in my opinion. 6th, this is first controversial thing what I will write, but in my prediction I believe it will end up like this, and it's Jorge Gonzalez. And the reason is that after what I saw last time, I think juries won't back it up, and they won't change their mind just suddenly, like, oh, suddenly we like it. I don't believe in this. They cannot do it, basically. So he will receive even less points from juries. He will also receive a little bit less from demoscopic, in my opinion, because the competition is tougher, bigger. But he will receive a lot of points from public, but it won't be enough for better than 6th place, in my opinion. This is what I think. That this is probably my favorite act. Even it's a ripoff of another music, of another acts we already saw in Eurovision. It's a basically super cliche just with men, but it works. It's good. It's perfect. It's a Eurovision ready. If you go with this at Eurovision now, you end up top 10, in my opinion. Even it's ripoff of something. Of course, Israel last year was the same, and they end up 3rd. So you can do wonders with this at Eurovision if this is a goal, but I'm not sure this is gonna happen. I believe it probably more won't. 5th place, I put Almacor, and Almacor I put in here because I think he will receive less points from juries. He's not also the super fun favorite in demoscopic and also public, so that wouldn't be enough. It's just simple as that. It's just mathematics, but he will be a little bit better than Jorge Gonzalez. because he will receive more points from juries very probably, and that's are the points which will give him 5th place. So this is what I think. Even again, the staging's amazing, vocals not good. But if you go with this and somebody will figure out how to play with the vocal a little bit more, it could do wonders at Eurovision in my opinion, because as an act, it's just as everything, not vocals. This is the only thing, and you can see yourself how this is essential. 4th place with the heavy heart, I put Angie Fernandez. It's a pity for me to do it because in my opinion, also I'm the dictator producer. This is the one I would take for Eurovision because it stands out, it's different, it's Spanish, but also it talks universal language. So I think people in Serbia, in Norway, in Czechia, in Italy, everywhere they will understand this kind of music. But I don't believe it's happening. I don't believe it. It would be a nice surprise, but I don't believe it because I'm not sure that she will again win the jury. She won't. Like, if the jury will do completely different from the results they did than they did before, and if there won't be such a huge improvement, which will be visible, they won't change their minds. So I don't believe in this. So the jury is clear. Jury will not back her up. Who will back her up? I think it's Demoscopic, because I think it talks the most universal language of all, and it's the most relevant song in my opinion to go to Eurovision. But public also won't give her that much favors. Depends on how much public it will vote. If there will be a massive voting, she will win the public. If there will be massive voting, but as I know, or as I heard, or I don't know if it's real that the number of votes is not that huge, then she won't make it. Like, more and more people will be voting. I think she more and more can appeal to win. This is my opinion. Like, I believe that she can win only when Demoscopic and public back her up massively and put down the others in front, but it won't happen in my opinion. 3rd place, Maria Pelae, and the reason is that she will got universally good points from everywhere. Jury will back her up, Demoscopic will back her up, public will back her up. It's a Spanish thing, it's a very typical Spanish thing. It's something what Spain sent last year, kind of. It's a different thing, but the vibe is the same, let's say, at least from the foreigners' eyes, you know. And I believe that also this, and also that she performs amazingly, her act looks amazingly, but it won't receive the top scores. It will be always like almost the top everywhere, and that I think will create a 3rd place for her. 2nd place is Nebulosa. I think like she again will receive a lot of points from juries. She will receive less from both Demoscopic and public vote, in my opinion, in the competition like this, and that will be enough for 2nd place, because again I think jury will back her up, because if they want to do it, it was like, why did you change your mind so massively? I don't believe this will happen. I believe the jury will be, this is the most predictable channel, honestly, should be actually, kind of, if something won't change massively. So let's see what's gonna happen tonight, but I'm very, very curious about this. And of course then it's very obvious that the 1st place is San Pedro, and also San Pedro will be a jury winner. I think this is clear. He received the most points from the juries, so it's kind of clear that here we go, and the jury will back him massively, in my opinion. It will be a bigger difference. I think he will win even more, because he will receive more from juries, less from public, less from Demoscopic, but the difference between all of those will be big. So actually I think he will win by far the best score, and then eventually he will represent Spain at Eurovision, which I don't think it's a wrong thing at all. Don't mind me, I'm a little bit sick, so it feels like I don't care. I think this is another good choice. What I would prefer if they completely reinvent the staging, like completely, massively. Like what I saw last time was just one huge disruption. It was completely an opposite what is the feeling from the song. And I know that the song has some meaning and so on and so on. No, but it must be clear from the melody. It's no one speaks Spanish, no one understands it, and no regular viewer would really read what is this song about to try to find no, it must work visually and by the music. That's what tells the story. So I think on creatives is to find how to slow down and show the story anyway, because this is possible. Not to doing oppositely, that doesn't work. That would just not end up well, trust me. But that's it. Anyway, I think Spanish has many good choices. This is my prediction and I'm very curious of yours. Are you afraid of it? Do you like it? Do you believe it will be different? Write me in the comments below, not your top 8, your favorites, but your realistic point of view, like something what, okay, I'm fan of those, but I believe it, after all, it will end up like this. Write me in the comments below what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, buy me a coffee if you would like to, it would help me, and also give likes to this video and watch my other videos, and I will be following Spanish representative for sure even after. In a few days I will probably do some video about the one who will represent Spain, also with the final reaction, and so on and so on and so on and so on. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.